All right. Up in this box. Breaking out the old, somewhat of a tactical knife, I guess you can say. I used to use this knife when I used to keep it in my truck, but like I said, I don't live near bodies of water, but if I get submerged, I gotta cut my way out. A little end here is for busting windows if you're stuck in a vehicle and this thing cuts your seatbelt. But since I'm not anywhere, I don't even worry about that too much. Ooh, look at that. It's a big Losi truck. So like about the Losi stuff, I just blend everything to that nice radio I have. I got a bunch of spare radios, but it's fine, a couple. Look at that, that's cool. So this here, is that the gray? Because it kind of looks white to me, and I ordered the gray, but it doesn't matter. Usually they have both pictures. So this is, it's all from Horizon Hobby, but the Losi race inspired. This is the Super Rec Ray 4-wheel drive ready to run 6 scale. Pretty cool shit. All the bells and whistles, a solid axle in the rear. So I got it. If I didn't have a solid axle in the rear, I would think it kind of just emulates the desert buggy, but it's got a solid axle, an extra tire. You'll see when I take the whole thing out. Pretty cool. Oh, say hello to Morty. Hi, Morty, and that's Abby. Morty is the golden boy. Yes, he's named after Morty from Rick and Morty. Abby was just a nice, cute girl's name I liked for this little girl here. This little lass. She's a Canine Terrier and a Chihuahua. Mommy Canine Terrier, Daddy's old Chihuahua. Daddy kind of looked like this guy here with a shorter nose. Pretty cute. I thought she'd get a lot bigger, but she's almost 2. Not bad size, huh? She's a cute little thing. Has a heart on her chest, too. Heart meaning like a white heart from her fur. I'm sure the people Abby. Batteries, because I only have one set of. I have 2 4S batteries, high performance, 9,000 each. Milliamp hour, they discharge at 120. I wanted to have 2 sets because now I'm gonna have 3 vehicles running 8S, and one set of those batteries isn't gonna go through. You know, it'll burn pretty quickly using all 3 of them. So, nice and covered, looking good. Kind of funny, it's like my other car wasn't covered in any kind of plastic like that. It was just. They do sometimes cover these things in plastic. What do you know? Very neat. Well, it's kind of funny. I found it weird. I mean, it's brand new, obviously, but my big old buggy didn't have this or the plastic. It was just open up. There it is. Though I think my buggy this was probably made a bit after my buggy was made, so these were already boxed up in a certain way where when you open them up and there she is, you know. Of course, I added these. I just like these tires, and I got a set of beefy ones too. The tires on that way look pretty darn good. These I felt like a little too narrow. The tires it came with. Of course, what's nice is I have a set of stock tires if I need to run stock. If I want to run stock, I can. I got a set of street tires, and I got a set of really beefy ones to put on this thing to go off road crazy stuff. And the tires on this look pretty beefy. It's not like I'm really want to change them out. Nice. Oh, yeah, they're nice. I mean, the thing is they balloon, and I was like changing over to belted tires. Oh yes, belted. That's one of the main reasons I got this. One of the main reasons I bought these tires, other than they look cool, is they're belted tires. These are belted, and the big off-road ones are belted. No ballooning. These are balloon, but how fast am I going to be going with this? Not 100 miles an hour. Said something like 50 miles an hour or something like that, 55, flat out. You need to go 1,000 miles an hour on these things. 55 miles an hour flat out stock setup is probably plenty. Because you don't need to, it's like, you don't need a balloon mount. I mean, you don't need to go 7,500 miles an hour. Look at this, it even has a, you can actually take the tire off if you want. Not cool? You know me, I like belted tires, so. That's a nice tire. Nice looking, actually looked a bit nicer than the stock tires that came off with the other one. Not bad. 24 millimeters. Cool. I've been running these stocks things for a bit. Eventually I'll upgrade the tires on these too. Because the big off-road tires I bought, I planned on using them on my other truck, though I might use them on this. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the other truck, I bought those big old tires before I sold my train layout. Now that I sold my train layout, I'm like, oh yeah, so I ended up having to buy another set of batteries because I don't want to just have one set for 3 trucks, 3 8S trucks, and I got 2 sets of batteries, 9,000 milliamps each. Should be plenty of space, I hope. And I didn't add it. I always figured people were adding it to it. So that. Yes, so that's the proper way of doing it. Makes it a lot easier to get these things out. This must be a later boxing. I mean, this is a newer truck. I think it was probably designed and built after the Desert Buggy was designed and built. Simply being is the fact that it has 2 different types of covering on top, and then that type of stuff is something newer they're doing versus folding the things in, because that's a lot cheaper to do it that way. Squeezed in nice. I'm sure this is the radio and instructions or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Huge solid axle emitter. That is just cool. I like the way that looks. Very neat. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, it's the gray. I like the gray. I was thinking about getting white, but I'm like, yeah, get the gray. All the red. Everything I have right now has got some kind of red on it. This has got red. It's red and gray. I'm make sure I grab this in a location where it's not going to hurt it. It's probably just the axle is the best way of doing that. So just pull the whole thing up. That's it. Oh, yeah, very nice. This thing is pretty sweet looking. I mean, the way those things look for the cooling fans, even though there's no cooling fans in there, I can actually stick cooling fans in there. I think I have a couple. Cool. Yeah, see, that looks better with those tires. The other one tires that skinny did not look good. Just really tall, skinny tires didn't look that great on it. It's a little shorter in stance, but cool little beast, isn't it? And I got electrical switches to turn the lights on and off when I want. Oh, that's your battery's plugged in there. This whole thing just makes it super easy to work with. Holy crap, how does it? The batteries go in there, they plug in, very nice. Interesting. It's probably the motor, and I don't know what that's for. Access to get this stuff. I looked at the instructions, of course. Antenna, on and off. Probably into that, and the cooling, maybe just one cooling fan just to help with keeping the motor cooled. Nice. This is like, holy shit. It's actually beefier in build quality than the freaking Desert Buggy is, oddly enough. I mean, this doesn't look like it has any way of adjusting anything. It's just straight, but look at that. It's got the belts. These things you can adjust them, but I think they're fine as is. I mean, I kind of get it. You don't want this thing to go too far and then it just snaps and that's the end of it. Pretty cool. Keeps you from losing your shocks. That keeps you from losing those big old shocks, which don't feel like there's any oil in them for some reason. A little bouncier than they should be. Well, now I'm gonna have to look at the shocks. I have shock oil. I got 50 weight. So if they're empty, you gotta add oil to them, huh? Because it's a bit too springy. I kind of get maybe it's supposed to be like that. I'll look at it. Maybe there's oil in it. It's just a very thin oil. Just leave it be, run it as is. And see, these tires actually look like they fit it right because it's designed off of a racing truck. That makes sense. Everything about this looks nice and beefy. Good quality. Lots of detail. Little mirrors. These things. Cool. Okay, real quick. Take the extra stuff with it. Wrenches, wheel winch. I'm not sure what those are for. I guess I'll find out in the instructions. Free cool brand swag, huh? I've done that before. They didn't give me anything for free. I'll give you some decals. Pretty cool. It's got plenty on there, so just got extra ones, I guess. I mean, if you buy a new body or pieces, which is like $90, they give you decals anyways, but these are cool. You can put them on anything, really. Some batteries for your remote, which I don't need. Just use them as spares of my TV remotes because they don't hold as much power or juices into it, so I can turn the lights on and off when I wish. Readjust that toe. Yeah, fun stuff. I'll show you guys in a running it.